Sarah stood in her sweltering living room, staring at water pooling beneath the newly installed climate system. The first heatwave had hit, and the system she'd paid thousands for had failed. Water dripped from an obvious installation flaw. She texted the contractor, Mike, hoping for a quick fix. That's when the nightmare began. Mike's response seemed promising. I'll be there in 2 days. 2 days passed. No Mike. No message. Just silence. Sarah followed up politely, acknowledging the busy season, just asking to lock in a real time. Nothing. She took a day off work to wait for him. She couldn't risk more water damage, and the house was unbearably hot. She had another unit in a different room. But this system was why they'd invested in the installation. Of course, it failed exactly when they needed it most. Sarah stayed home all day. Mike never showed. No call. No text. She sent videos of the leak, hoping to save him a trip. Here's exactly what's wrong. Let me know when you can fix it. Still nothing. Days stretched on. Sarah kept messages polite despite growing frustration. A simple, "Can we move this?" would have been fine. Instead, radio silence and broken promises. When Mike finally appeared, he assessed quickly. Should take under 30 minutes. But he didn't have what he needed, despite Sarah describing the exact issue. He'd have to come back the next day with another worker. The next day, Mike returned with a coworker. Sarah gave them space, not wanting to micromanage. The repair exposed a small unpainted wall patch. Sarah had paint ready. "Would you mind touching that up before taking the ladder?" she asked politely. "No," Mike said flatly. "Could I use the ladder to do it myself while you work outside?" "Yeah, fine." While Sarah painted the small patch, maybe 60 seconds, she heard Mike's voice from outside, talking to his coworker loud enough to hear clearly. Her partner's a fucking lazy guy. Didn't even offer to help. Sarah's hand froze. Her partner was in another room, hadn't heard, but Sarah had. Anger flared, but she forced it down. She just wanted the job finished. When they completed the work, Sarah inspected it. 2 issues stood out. First, the system wasn't sitting flush. One side had a bigger gap than before. Mike blamed the wall, but Sarah had photos from the original install showing it had sat fine. She worried it might fall loose. "It looks different," she said, showing the photo. "Walls uneven." "Nothing I can do," Mike dismissed. Second, a side cover was missing. Mike couldn't find a replacement. Sarah asked if it would affect function. "No, just cosmetic," he said dismissively. Sarah let it go. But as Mike headed to his truck, something snapped. He turned back, face twisted with irritation. "You're really difficult, you know that?" His voice dripped with condescension. "Really picky. Are you a first-time homeowner?" "I'm never coming back here, warranty or not," Sarah blinked, stunned. This was a brand new installation that failed due to his error. They were under warranty. She'd been patient despite his flakiness. "Thanks for the hospitality," Mike added sarcastically, clearly angry she hadn't offered water. The accusation stung. Sarah always offered water to respectful professionals. Another contractor had come earlier, punctual and helpful. They'd chatted over sodas. And Sarah recommended him to neighbors. But Mike? After ignoring messages, wasting her day off, doing sloppy work, and trash-talking her partner? She hadn't been in the mood to play hostess. The job ran longer than Mike said. Sarah's partner left for errands. Maybe seeing Sarah alone emboldened Mike? Sarah tried to de-escalate. "I don't want things to end badly. Let's work this out." But Mike was fuming. He got in his truck and drove away. Now Sarah sat in her finally cool home, but the system still didn't look right, wondering if she'd been wrong. Should she have offered water despite everything? Was she too picky about the gap and missing cover? She hadn't dealt with many contractors. Maybe in Mike's eyes, she was difficult. But there were clear mistakes, and this was her home. Was it really wrong to ask questions and expect clear answers? What do you think? Was Sarah wrong for not offering hospitality? Or was Mike unprofessional and out of line? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and follow this page for more.